Well, that was Joe Adell's night last night, and what a night it was. 6 RBIs. He had the big 3-run home run in the first. 3 for 4. He drove in a run in his second at bat, and all before 4 innings he had 6 RBIs. And right now we are going to toss it down to Kaylee. Down to you.
Rick, thank you. Yeah, it's obviously disappointing news when it comes to Joe Adell after such a huge performance last night. He had quite a bit of swelling in that knee after taking the foul ball off of it during that first inning, so they pulled him during the 8th inning. He is feeling much better here today. He went and saw the team doctors earlier, but I just talked to Stephen Vogt a few minutes ago, who shared with me that he will still be day-to-day, so they're not expecting him to be available off the bench. But what an offensive boost Joe Adell has been alongside Nathaniel Lowe, both big trade deadline acquisitions. Lowe, since the deadline, has been batting .286 with Cleveland. He's got 2 home runs, 8 RBI, and 3 runs scored. So here's more from Stephen Vogt on what those two have added to the lineup, and more from Lowe on what he's feeling at the plate right now.
With both Joe and Nate, they've added a veteran presence to the middle of our order than just quality at bats. And Joe obviously adds a power dynamic that we just haven't had here, particularly from the right-handed batter's box. And just seeing, the night he had last night, everybody loved the big homer. I loved the 2 RBI, 2-out single, and just the quality of, you hit a ball 455 feet, you come up here next time, you're ready to hit the ball back up the middle. It's just the veteran approach that they've both added. Nate the same way, runners scoring position, not trying to do too much, gets into hitters counts, knows when to take his shots, and it's just been great to have those 2 guys in our middle of our order.
I'm just getting some pretty good pitches to hit, and thankfully haven't missed a bunch of them. So, not trying to do too much and come to a new place and be someone I'm not. I'm just able to come in with this group and be me.
Nathaniel Lowe will be at first base tonight as Rhys Hoskins went on the 10-day IL earlier today with lower back inflammation. David Fry was recalled in a corresponding move from Columbus. He's recorded 6 home runs and 18 RBI in his last 6 games with Columbus, so he can play at first. He also provides the team with some much-needed versatility, as the Guardians will be quite shorthanded once again here tonight. Well, Cleveland will look to keep it rolling here this evening as Parker Messick takes the mound. First pitch of Game 2 between the Guardians and the Giants is coming up next.
Messick, he's been one of the best pitchers in baseball.
Swing and a miss. He just blew it right by him. Good old-fashioned hardball right here. Swing and a miss. Parker Messick, a key strikeout.
He kept attacking. This guy, he's a bulldog on the mound.
Swing and a miss. He went back to the gas. And another fine outing for Parker Messick. Check out our Bet365 betting odds tonight. Parker Messick, AL rookie. He is #1 among rookies in the American League in wins, innings pitched, strikeouts, starts, and he has been one of the top pitchers overall in baseball as well. 9-7 on the year. That's tied for 8th. He has really had a nice year, solid, consistent. First time he's ever faced the Giants. And the first pitch is up high, ball 1. We're underway, 77 degrees, overcast skies here at Progressive Field. Jonah Cox leading it off for the Giants. 2 for 4 last night in the series opener, and he swings through that fastball to even the count of 1-1. Cox swings and fouls it off to the right side. Coming up, throwing the 4-seamers. Right-handers on the year off Parker, hitting just .196. He's done a great job against the right-handers, and that has to do with that changeup that we're going to see soon. There it was. He just didn't control it or command it. The San Francisco Giants entered tonight's game losers in 4 of their last 5 games, 9 of their last 12, or 7 of their last 9, 12 of their last 16, as Cox goes down swinging 1 away. And here's the rest of that San Francisco starting lineup under manager Tony Vitello. Rafael Devers will DH at bat second. Willie Adames back in the lineup at shortstop hitting 3rd. Bryce Eldridge, big bat in the middle. Victor Barracoto will hit 5th. Jung-Hoo Lee is 6th, and Oslavis Basabe, Drew Cavanaugh, and Christian Koss hitting 9th. Swing and a miss by Rafael Devers. Devers 0 for 4 last night, struck out 3 times. He is 3rd in the National League with 30 doubles.
Yeah, Griffin had his number, getting him 3 times. Starts in that wide open stance and then closes it up.
And a ground ball, routine play for the second baseman, Bazana. 2 down.
Let's check out the Guardians defense behind Messick tonight. It looks like this. Steve McClellan back in left field tonight. P.D. Halpin starting at center. Angel Martinez over and right. Angel Hanoa is the third baseman. Rocchio is at shortstop. Azana at second. Lowe is at first, and Hedges doing the catching.
The 1-1. And Willie Adames watches that one skip in there.
Did not play in last night's game. He's had some back issues he's been dealing with, but he's back in the lineup tonight.
And he lines one to left field, a base hit. Quan over to cut it off. That'll hold him to a long 2-out single.
Well, you're going to see this pitch go pretty much down the middle. 96, and he lines it into left field. He's not going to try and stretch it, just coming back tonight, so he'll be set with a 2-out single and pass it on.
Now Bryce Eldridge, the Giants' big bat, yanks it foul. Eldridge homered last night, giving him 14 home runs on the season. He is the 3rd Giant at age 21 years or younger to hit at least 14 home runs in the season. The other 2, Willie Mays, who also hit 14 home runs in his age 21 year or younger season, and Orlando Cepeda.
Wow, a couple of big horses there, huh?
Swing and a miss, challenged him and busted it by him. Yeah, Willie Mays hit 14 homers back in 1951, and Cepeda hit 25 in 1958.
Yeah, you want to stay in off the plate with this guy. Don't let him extend the arms. He got a chance to do it last night. If you're going to go down there, you don't miss on the plate. You better miss in off the plate.
Eldridge was the Giants' first-round pick 3 years ago. Messick snap throw to first, and back standing is Adames. He has stolen 5 out of 7 on the year.
Yeah, just keep him honest over there. You don't have to really worry about him if you keep him that close.
Just missed outside, and he did not offer at it. 2-2. Wow, another really good take on a very close pitch. Right-handed bat waits on deck. Victor Barracoto. Runner goes. 3-2 pitch. A topper on the right side. Bazana from the outfield grass throws him out. And the side is retired. The Guardians are coming to bat when we come back. Stephen Vogt's starting lineup for the Guardians, brought to you by Progressive. Guardians are going to go left, right, left, right, left, right, pretty much right down the line. Juan Ramirez and Nathaniel Lowe at the top. Angel Martinez, Travis Pizzana, Angel Henao in the middle. Petey Halpin, Austin Hedges, and Brian Rocchio.
Matt Wilkerson on the mound, and Tugboat is getting his chance to pitch against the former team that drafted him. And you can see a 10th round pick in 23 out of Central Arizona. 70 career minor league games.
And the left-handed Canadian misses outside, ball one.
And now that's about tops for him, 90. You know, with that fastball. Watch where his arm slot is. It's down from the side a little bit. It may be tough to pick up, or seems like it gets on you a little quicker with that delivery.
You can imagine he's a little amped up for this start.
You would think so. Major league debut, I would think so. He's pumped up, especially going against the team that drafted him.
There's the fastball in there for a strike. Wilkinson essentially uses his fastball to set up his off-speed pitches.
Yeah, he has the slider, changeup, and a cutter. But in the minor leagues, he used that fastball a lot.
Juan lifts it in the air. And the center fielder, Cox, has it for out number one. Toyota keys to the game. Guardians trying to put back-to-back wins together. And the debut of Matt Tugboat Wilkinson. The nickname Tugboat came from his dad's best friend while watching him when he was in the Little League World Series. Watching him run the bases, he said he moves with the speed of a tugboat.
Well, it stuck with it, didn't it?
It's one of the best nicknames around.
Yeah, and trying to win 2 in a row. It's been almost a month since they have been able to win 2 in a row.
Just outside. I think with a guy like Wilkinson, Rick, and Chris Jimenez is going to join us tonight from down below behind home plate. He'll give us more of a bird's eye view, or not a bird's eye view, but a catcher's eye view of Wilkinson's delivery. But it looks like he does a good job of kind of hiding the ball behind his body. And so what he may lack in velocity, he makes up for with a little bit of deception and just keeping those hitters off balance, trying to guess if he's going to go with the off-speed pitch or if he's going to sneak the fastball by him.
Well, and that's what you want to do that first time around, is get an idea where that ball is coming out of.
Come on, Wash,
from him.
Where are those hands at? Figured to see Wash make the play in the dugout.
He didn't see that one. He didn't see it. But if you can pick it up, and get an idea, and you're right, he seems to hide it a little bit. It comes at you. He's got a big body, and you just want to see where it comes out of. He's 250 pounds.
Now the 3-1.
Right off his shoulder.
Off the outside corner. Or did it? And now the payoff pitch. And Jose pops it up. Second baseman Wasabi calling off Eldridge. 2 down. StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. So you mentioned he threw the 4-seam fastball a lot, 62% of the time.
Right.
Among all minor league pitchers who had at least 100 pitches tracked by StatCast, that's 4th most in terms of fastball usage. That's just above Gage Wood, the Phillies prospect who throws upper 90s.
Yeah. Well, and you know, down there you could probably get away with it more so. These guys don't know. They've never faced him before. It may take a time through to see what happens. He's been tough on left-handers, though, and he flip-flopped his lineup. They only hit 127 against him on year, 13 for 102.
Right back up the middle. Might have got a piece of Wilkinson on its way to the shortstop, Adames, who's able to spin around and throw out Nathaniel Lowe. So Tugboat sets him down 1-2-3 in his major league debut. No score after one.
It's Toyota.
Top of the second inning. Batting fifth for the Giants.
Second inning, no score. And for the San Francisco Giants, Victor Barry Cotto will lead it off. Barry Cotto was 0 for 4 last night in the series opener. He just returned to the lineup last Tuesday, missed 26 games with a left oblique injury. Caught the outside corner with that one. Just barely nicked it. Borderline pitch.
Can't get a feel for that changeup yet. Hasn't been able to get it around the strike zone to where he can get a swing and miss.
And he pumped that one by him. Good high fastball. Second strikeout for Parker Messick. One down here in inning number 2.
But a located fastball works out just fine. This is a high fastball, high cheddar out of the zone. You get him to chase that one. That's going to be good. That'll be a good night for him if they chase that.
To left field, back goes Stephen Kwan, and now toward the line for out number 2.
Yeah.
And we'll get a word right now from Cleveland Clinic.
Sports medicine for the moments that move us. The future of peak performance is here. Cleveland Clinic.
Oh, Slavi's Basabe with 2 down here in inning number 2. And he looks at a ball up high. Basabe just 2 for 16 against left-handed pitching. And this is fouled right back. Just another example of because you stand on the right-handed batter's box does not mean you hit left-handed pitching. Rick, he's hit 325 against righties, but just a $125 against the left.
I'll tell you what, he's throwing the fastball by all these hitters. He hasn't had to really mess around with off-speed pitches. That's pretty darn good pitch right there. He thought he had one. There was no challenge though by Hedgie, so he must have felt it was off the plate.
Now the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He went up the ladder and pumped it by him. 1-2-3 go the Giants in inning number 2. A couple of Ks for Parker Messick. No score. Middle of the second inning.
Amy acted.
Guardians TV presented by Progressive. Matt Wilkinson had a 1-2-3 first inning in his big league debut. And on the first pitch he throws in the second inning, Angel Martinez dumps it into center field for a leadoff single.
Got jammed with it and flares it into center field, but gets rewarded with a base knock. Gotta love it. Comes inside with it, and there it goes. It hit down around the trademark, but he fights it off, and he'll be happy with that. That's a good way to start your night.
Former teammates square off here as Travis Bazzana takes a pitch outside. Travis Bazzana and Angel Henao, along with Parker Messick, were all teammates of Matt Wilkinson on the 2024 Lake County Captain Squad. That team won the 2024 Midwest League Championship. And Tugboat is the 7th player from that team to make his major league debut.
How about that? They had some players on that ball club.
2-0 pitch popped up left field, slicing out of play into the seats. C.J. Kafis was also on that club. Cooper Engel. That club was named Baseball America's Minor League Baseball Team of the Year in 2024. Two-one pitch, and Bazzana fouls that off. That's pretty cool when you think about Messick, Bazzana, Henao, and Tugboat. All those guys are playing in this game tonight, and 2 years ago, down in the A-ball winning a championship.
That's how quickly you can get up to the big leagues.
Good take by Bazzana. It was off the plate, and now a full count.
Well, he's having a good at bat. He's just fouling pitches off.
Giants bunch Bazzana on the left side, up the middle, and well off the line. Again, the 3-2, and that's popped up.
Yeah, that got inside on him, and that's an out for Kavanaugh.
One down. A word now from Bet365.
Did you win?
Let's just say the next round of omelets is on me, fellas.
Bet $10, get $200 in bonus bets.
Angel Henao with a runner aboard and one out in the second. Henao 9 for 19. Here at Progressive Field. Pitches up high, and Kavanaugh couldn't get a grip on the ball. And Martinez has his 10th stolen base of the season.
Yeah, he lost it in the transfer, trying to get it to the bare hand, and it just flies out of his hand, and it just couldn't hold on to it. But Martinez had a pretty good jump, so give him his 10th stolen base.
And out 2 for 3 with a double last night. Also drew a walk. Stephen Vogt singing his praises prior to the game. Not so much for what he's done right there. I mean, the stats alone would make you want to sing his praises. More so because of what they've asked of him. You know, for a young player to come up here and they say, can you play some third,
second, short,
maybe play some short.
Yeah.
He's done it all, and he's done it very well.
Well, and that's, you know, what they asked him to do down in the minor leagues. You play different spots, but when you come up to this level, you better be ready, especially defensively.
He had him reaching for that one, and Adames, the shortstop, throws him out 2 down. And so now a lefty-lefty matchup as Petey Halpin comes to the plate. You always wonder who has the upper hand in those matchups. Bazzana and Henao played behind Tugboat a couple of years ago.
Well, as a hitter, it will at least let you know what he likes to throw to certain people.
The third baseman Koss comes in to make the catch. The Guardians cannot take advantage of the leadoff single through 2, no score. All right, third inning, no score. Parker Messick will face Drew Kavanaugh, the Giants catcher, and appropriately, former Cleveland catcher Chris Jimenez joins us this inning, and he's in a familiar perch behind home plate.
Yeah, this is a little more of a familiar look for me.
How's that vantage point down there?
This is fantastic. Like, what a great seat. I literally am right on the field.
What do they charge you for that?
Thankfully, I know some sneaky corners around here that I was able to work around that.
Okay, all right. Kavanaugh pops one up. Out goes Arocchio. One down. Chris, I know you were in there before the game talking with Stephen Vogt, and he said some interesting things about Parker Messick. You know, we've admired the way Parker Messick has pitched. We've admired the way he has carried himself and handled his business both on and off the field. But Vogt was saying the key to him is that how hard he works in between starts, and when he pitches, he's pitching to earn his next start. What do you think? How does that translate to you as a former catcher?
Well, I'll tell you what. First of all, it's a guy that you know that you want in the foxhole with you because you know how hard he's willing to work, and he doesn't take anything for granted. And the funny thing is, we just talked to Carl in the pregame show, and he said the same thing. Like, his bullpen, every bullpen he throws, he treats it like a game situation. And to me, that's the best way to get yourself better and prepare yourself for that next start is, you know, to not just go through the motions, because especially now, August, it would be easy to, you know, he's probably accumulated the most innings he's ever thrown in his entire life, to just kind of go through the motions, but the fact he's still getting after it is kind of says a lot about it.
He just struck out Christian Koss, 2 down here in the third.
I'll tell you what, I was about eye level with that fastball. He wasn't hitting that.
No, and he's been throwing it upstairs too to these hitters, and they're chasing it, which is good. And you're probably better off sitting in that chair instead of having to kneel, right?
Yeah, trust me.
And get down in the crouch.
Those days are long gone, guys. I can assure you of that.
Jonah Cox swings, fouls it straight back.
As much as I'd like to think that, oh yeah, I could still do that, I'd make it for about 30 seconds and then you'd have to stretcher me off the field.
Austin Hedges, I tell you what, if he gets into a groove, makes the catcher's job a lot easier because Messick can paint.
That's all he's doing is throwing his fastball for the most part. There's the changeup. Bingo.
Good luck.
3 pitches, he strikes out Jonah Cox, and the side is retired. 5 strikeouts through 3 scoreless for Parker Messick.
Okay. Now.
Well, this seems odd to me that Tugboat is already out of the game after just 2 innings. He threw 100 pitches his last start in the minor leagues, so he's built up to go more than 2 innings.
Well, maybe they just wanted to see how he reacted going out there and pitching. 2 innings he looked pretty darn good. He only gave up the 1 base hit that was jammed Martinez.
Chris, you got any intel on this?
I guess 6 outs in today's day and age is not good enough. I'm surprised. I heard on my way down here they were warming somebody up in the pen, and I definitely thought that was odd, but you certainly didn't see anything that would lead you to believe there's an injury or anything like that.
Adrian Hauser will take over for the San Francisco Giants. Well, I was really looking forward to kind of getting your vantage point on what that fastball looked like from Wilkinson, because we know he's not a guy that throws hard, but he's had a lot of success with it. And now you'll have to watch Adrian Hauser pitch instead.
Well, things change. You never know.
That is true. This doesn't discount the fact that this is still a pretty good vantage point.
You could stay there and look at the righty coming in there. You can tell us what you see there.
ABS powered by T-Mobile.
Going to be a strike? Yes, it is.
Pitch is a strike. San Francisco has 2 challenges remaining.
A win for the Giants.
You think Hedgie knew that before the umpire did? That was a strike?
He didn't have a look of confidence, did he? He kind of looked like, oh boy. He just painted one at 98 on the outside corner. Well, we've got another artifact that you can check out when you come down to the ballpark the next time. This is the jersey worn by Tyler Naquin during the infamous
Yes.
Or famous walk-off inside the park home run.
That is.
It's still got the dirt embedded.
They wouldn't let Tony take it out. Couldn't do it.
Normally it's under glass, but they took it out of the glass.
That's
so
very nice.
Yeah. Pretty good jersey, huh?
I think that thing was in Fedor's closet somewhere.
Well, it's nice and iron. There's no wrinkles in it. So it wasn't balled up like it would be.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was an exciting play there when that happened. Gets Toronto up against the wall.
Ryan Rocchio fouls one straight back. Chris, what do you remember about that moment when Nate walked off the Blue Jays with that inside the park home run?
Honestly, it was.
Ooh. Oh, Rocchio trying to go that way, and a running catch by Lee, 2 down. Well, we're going to take a look at it. I know you can't see, you don't have a monitor now. We're going to show the highlight and kind of take us from where you were sitting and when you watched that happen.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the most electrifying plays in baseball. You know, it's a lot cooler when you hit a walk-off inside the park homer than when you actually hit it 3 inches further and it goes over the fence. But that was kind of one of those moments that it was that time where you're like, the Blue Jays were really good. Yeah, obviously, we didn't know at that point we were going to face them in the ALCS, but it was that moment that you kind of were like, okay, we're in this to win this. Like, that was that moment that you knew, yeah, man, like, we can do this. Like, if we can win a game like that and have it be as electrifying as it was, like, that's what it's all about. And that's how you know, like, we were ready to take that next step.
Okay, that was a nice announcer answer, but where were you? Were you in the dog pile? Did you hit somebody?
Yes,
Did you hurt anyone?
Are you kidding me? I was punching people left and right.
I figured, yeah. Usually, I remember when the Indians used to walk people off in the 90s, you were afraid somebody was going to get a rib broken. They would destroy each other at home plate.
That's the thing. You get in that dog pile, and it's all every man for himself. And you start swinging around, and
it was dangerous.
Start messing with you.
2-1 count on Quaney. 2 down here in the inning, and he takes a strike.
It's funny sitting back here just watching Cavanaugh work. Like I mean, this is such a unique perspective from this vantage point. You know, I mean, it's so much different than sitting up there. You see the pitch, you look on the screen.
Nice play by Koss at third. He picks off a line drive from Stephen Kwan, and the guards go in order. So we've played 3 with no score.
Hurry in.
Identified Chris Jimenez. He's right there. Kip's pushing him in the back with his left hand. An unidentified, probably pitcher is pushing you with his right arm into Jose Ramirez. Everybody's holding on for dear life.
Yeah, I remember Jose had a bad haircut, and I was trying to get that hair off. It was a different color, if I remember correctly.
It's kind of a goldish hue to it.
Now maybe there's a little bit of jealousy in that. I don't know.
Well, hey. Understandably so. Rafael Devers leads off with the Giants here, 4th inning. Parker Messick delivers, and it's fouled right back. You were talking about Cavanaugh and the way he was setting up and the way he was working behind the plate. What are you watching from Hedges here?
Well, where he's sitting, number one, is this may be a great play.
Halpin couldn't quite make the catch, tried to cut it off. And there's another double for Devers. That's 31 on the year. His first hit in the series puts the Giants in scoring position.
Well, you had an idea that Halpin was going to go get this ball. He just couldn't reach it. And then when he knocked it down, that's when Devers wanted to go for second base. And, you know, they did catch him for not hustling this year. So he was out of the box and he was running. He got his double.
He's just got such a unique batting stance, like how he starts, his foot's kind of out of the box, but he always squares himself back up.
Willie Adames tops it foul. What are you watching from Hedges in terms of, you know, how he sets up compared to what you saw from Cavanaugh last inning?
I mean, they're 2 very different body types. So, you know, Hedges, he's got the ability to get a little bit lower, but you can kind of see he sits on top of his right knee and then slides into it. Kavanaugh gets a little bit wider and sits almost thinking about sitting like in between his hips. And again, not that one way is right or wrong, but just different body types and different malleabilities and being able to get into different positions. Being able to catch, like there's not one way to do it. You know, there's so many different styles now, and now that the knee down is such a unique, it's not as unique anymore, I guess is a better way to put it.
The 0-2. I remember even Stephen Vogt saying, being a catcher himself, when the one knee down started coming in, he was dead against it.
So was I.
And then when he started to, when he was learning more about it and starting to understand how your body can move, after a while you realize, okay, this is the better way. Busted him in, low to the dugout, makes the play, and a big first out for Parker Messick.
I mean, there was a time when putting your knee down was considered being lazy. And now that there's a little more probably information on it and seeing how much it potentially can help you.
That helps you get lower,
yes.
right?
And if you think about it, what's a pitcher trying to do? He's trying to go down all the time. So given that target as low as you can get, ooh, that was a good one right there.
Stealing strikes at the bottom of the zone. And who's better than Austin Hedges and Patrick Bailey at doing that?
There isn't two better. That's one of the reasons we're lucky as an organization, because they've identified that as.
That one got by him. That slider enables Devers to get to third base, and now with one out, a fly ball could get him home.
Well, that's his 6th wild pitch on the year. He spiked that right out in front. That hit out before the batter's box. It's tough block for Hedgie. So it gets by him, and that run goes to third base. They'll bring the infield in, and Devers not a speedster, so they'll have a play at the plate if he goes on contact.
It's in the air. Is it deep enough? Juan settles under it.
No, it's
tagging
not.
up is Devers. He will not try and score. And a perfect throw to the cutoff man from Quan. 2 down.
No, you knew right when that's happened. You can't run on Stephen Quan. He had no chance. Even a speedster would not have tagged up. He gets behind it, and there's no way anybody was going to tag on that one.
Arch, you know this. He uses his feet so unbelievably well in the outfield. From being able to spin, pivot.
And he gets rid of the ball so quickly. And very accurate with it.
In the hole, diving off the glove of Rocchio. Giants take the lead.
That's too bad. Comes back and boy, hit it to Rocchio's right, and he goes down on it. And it would have been a tough one to really get up and throw if he caught it, but he had a chance. Just couldn't handle it cleanly, so they'll get a 2-out base hit, and they're on the board first tonight, 1-0.
And now Jung-Hoo Lee flied to left first time up. And he slaps it the other way. This is going to be a long run for Quan. Barry Cotto fly it into third base. He'll get stopped there by Pettis. Perfect throw by Stephen Quan again. He hit Rocchio right in the chest with the cutoff throw. And Gary Pettis, great base runner in his own day. He knew, I've got to stop Barry Cotto, otherwise he'd have been a dead duck.
Yes, he would have. And you notice that they're getting after that first pitch now. They're not letting him get strike one. And he got the last 2 hitters just go up there and hit that first pitch and able to put it in play. Quan gets it in quickly, and Rocchio just airmails it right there to Hedges. But they have second and third now. Back-to-back hits with 2 outs.
3 hits in the inning, and Slavis Basabe will be the batter. Struck out his first time up. He tried to bunt, and it goes back over the netting with 2 down. That had to have been a perfect bump otherwise.
Well, he was trying to bunt it to second base, and get it past, because you can see where Lowe's playing off the bag. He had to get it over there, and, the manager's saying, what are you thinking?
I don't quite understand that one.
Yeah, I don't either. You got 2 guys out there. You got a chance to drive them in both. Let's go.
I'd like to see him go up right here. He's seen something down.
He got him up the first time. There it was.
Now you come right off of that. You can throw your changeup if you want. You might even be able to stick just a four-seamer down and away.
The 0-2.
Good job.
Nice block.
He was ready for it. He knew it was going to be down. He wanted it down there.
Well, it's also a benefit of being that low that, in theory, it's a little easier to get down on anything kind of directly in front of you, but that pass ball we saw earlier, a wild pitch. Pass ball is a bad word for a catcher. You don't say that generally. The one negative I would say about being in that knee down position is you're not able to move laterally to the right or to the left as easily.
Well, that's not their fault, man. They get down there. They got to block so many balls a night. It's unbelievable.
Stephen Kwan puts it away. And the Giants get the first run of the night, but Parker Messick limits the damage to just one run. Bottom half of the fourth inning brought to you by your Northeast Ohio Ram dealers. Jose Ramirez leads off for Cleveland here, bottom of the fourth. San Francisco on top 1-0. Ramirez popped up on the infield his first time up. Tugboat Wilkinson made his major league debut, but pitched just 2 innings.
Maybe that's one reason why he started flip-flopping that whole lineup today. Maybe they had an idea that he wasn't going to go but a few innings.
Well, when I asked Stephen Vogt about that before the game, he did say we don't know how long he's going to go.
Right.
And so I think there was some certainly forethought as to, well, if we kind of try to stagger it as best we can with all the right-handers that they only have one lefty. Sam Hentges is the only southpaw in their bullpen. Jose hammers it just foul.
That was a good swing right there. Do you guys think, teams because we see this happen a lot to us in particular, because we try to play the platoon game as much? Do you think teams do this to us on purpose?
Well, he could have, because basically we have all left-handed hitters for the most part.
Right.
Especially with Adele out tonight. He's day-to-day. Other than the switch hitters.
Second strikeout for Adrian Hauser. He's retired all 4 that he has faced. And with Nathaniel Lowe coming to the plate, let's welcome in the 4th member of our team tonight, Kaylee Griffin.
All right.
Well, Matt, I figured it's been about 2 weeks since Nathaniel Lowe was acquired by the Guardians, so we should do a check-in. And he told me it's been super easy from the logistics side. Everyone's been so helpful, and the team has been great. He said, I feel like I've played against this group for long enough that I could find myself really fitting in well. But he said from the other side, it's always been such a pitching and defensive forward organization. So for him, to be on the right side of that has been such a positive, and he's doing his best to help on the offensive side right now, which is something we heard from Stephen Vogt earlier, saying Nate is the same way. He doesn't try to do too much. He gets into those hitters counts, and he knows when to take his shots, which has been such a positive addition to this lineup.
Yeah, he's hit 286 in the 10 games with the ball club since being traded over here. And he brings a lifetime batting average of 359 in this ballpark into tonight's game.
Yeah, he's always played well against the Guardians.
Chris, from a catcher's perspective, he fills up the batter's box, and yet he's not a big, all or nothing swing type guy.
No, he's actually kind of the perfect complement to a few of these other guys we have, because he's so willing and can drive the ball the other way.
Bouncer to second baseman Basabe, and there are 2 down here in the 4th. To your point earlier, though, Chris, whether it's facing an opener or a bullpen game or whatever term you want to use, we have seen more than our fair share of these types of games, and I don't know, as a fan, don't love it. I don't like it when you got a starter and he's going to go out there and try to give you whatever that is nowadays, 5-6 innings.
Yes. we went through a spell there for a while where we were seeing a couple openers a week.
Right. And that's hard as a hitter. I mean, you want to be able to get into a rhythm against a pitcher. You can't do that.
Yeah, you're not going to face him twice if he does his job. And we've seen a couple of teams that, you know, they go out and they use that opener and it doesn't work for them and it backfires and their whole bullpen gets used in a game.
Hard hit ball in the hole, diving, stopped by Basabe, but he couldn't come up with it cleanly. It squirted away. And Angel is aboard with his second hit. And those are the only hits for Cleveland tonight.
Looks like he was over on that ball. He didn't get it, and he couldn't control it. He lunged out there to get it, and it caught him maybe on the heel of the glove where he couldn't hold on to it. That'll go as a hit, though.
Travis Bazzana fouled out. His first time up.
Did hit 2 balls yesterday at over 100 miles an hour. So hopefully, again, a positive sign of things to maybe come here.
Ooh, there he smoked. Deep right field. Into the corner. Angel in the third. He'll have to stop there. The relay got in quickly. But Bazzana booms one into the right field corner. And now it's the Guardians' chance to try to answer with 2 outs.
Well, he hit this one hard and it goes right into the corner. He hit it so hard that they played it off the wall beautifully and got it in quickly. So there was no way for Martinez to get in there and score.
104.5. They played the hits from yesterday.
I was just about to say that.
All right, let's see if Henao can deliver a big knock. He takes a pitch down low, and this is something that Stephen Vogt said that it kind of caught my eye right away. The pitches that Henao lays off of. He's got a very good eye. I mean, a lot of young hitters you see, they're up there swinging at everything. He's got a pretty disciplined approach for a rookie.
He's very quiet in the batter's box, which is a good thing for a young hitter. He doesn't go out and try to get it. He lets it come to him.
Ooh. Line to left. A diving catch by Barry Cotto to keep San Francisco in the lead, and Hauser applauds him as the Giants leave the field. Chris, thanks for your perspective. Appreciate you stopping by for a couple innings. 1-0 San Francisco through 4. Drew Cavanaugh leads off for San Francisco here in the 5th inning. 1-0 Giants on top. Cavanaugh made his major league debut back on June the 26th.
These Giants in the last inning, they got very aggressive getting after a couple of first pitches. He threw 19 pitches in that inning. They swung at 11 of them. So they know he's going to be around the plate. They don't want to, get behind, because you can see what can happen. He can strike you out. He did it early. They had 5 in the first 3, but they got aggressive last inning.
Pumped it by him, and that's strikeout number 6 for Parker Messick.
Boy, how about this? You can't hit a ball any better than that. Line drive to left field. He comes running in, dives head first, and makes the catch. Took a couple RBIs away. Good swing.
Henao, what a play at the hot corner. And he throws out Cost, 2 down.
Staying with it. That ball took a bad hop on him. And just watch him come up with that ball. It was down, and you see him smiling right there. It hits something, but he had the hands to pick it and throw it across to get the out. How quick those hands were coming up to catch that ball.
Tell you what, as Henao was heading to his defensive position, and Barry Cotto was coming off the field. The two of them crossed paths, and you could see a little good natured. Okay, I'll see you out there making that great defensive play.
Don't hit it my way.
Yeah, you took a hit and a couple of ribbies away from me right there. So missed outside. Parker trying to set him down in order. He retired 7 straight between the end of the first and through the 3rd inning. But it was that 4th inning when the Giants got the 2-out RBI hit to get on the board.
Yeah, it was that leadoff double. He was able to get the next 2 outs and then a couple of hits.
Strike him out looking. 7 Ks for Parker Messick. Halfway through, Giants lead 1-0.
Well, this series will wrap up tomorrow against the Giants. It'll be a 1 o'clock game. Tickets available at CLEGuardians.com.
Foul up the first base side. Last home day game in the month of August.
Yes, correct.
You come back and all of a sudden blink your eyes.
See you in September.
Yeah. Petey Halpin fouled out first time up, guards down a run. Here in the bottom of the 5th, Adrian Hauser delivers, and Koss with a throw across, almost pulled him off the bag, but fortunately for him, you've got a 6'7" first baseman who can stretch.
I was just going to say, it's 6'7". That helps. He made a nice play last night. And this had a spin over there at third base for Koss. He makes it and sits and makes a nice throw, but a little offline. But he gets a lot of help from his big friend. He still had room to hang on to it.
Big friend with big feet. Austin Hedges to the plate.
See, that's the key to it. The infielders aren't going to make great throws every time out. You got to be ready for it.
It's at least the 3rd pitch that we have seen that was not a strike. But the Guardians have definitely changed their approach with the ABS system.
No doubt.
They've gone from aggressive to passive, and so that they at least retain a challenge.
I think there's more thought going into it than anything else. With being passive. Hey, if it's not the right count, don't challenge it.
Yeah. This is dropping, and it's down for a base hit. Austin Hedges, who was hitting .289 in his last 32 games coming in, as a 1-out single. 4th hit for the Guardians tonight.
That ball had to be off the end of the bat because it didn't carry. I thought it was going to go farther than what it did. It did. It went right off the end of the bat. And Jung-Hoo Lee, he couldn't get there. Watch where it hits. He was pretending he was going to catch. I don't know who he was decoying. Maybe it was me. He was.
Now Brian Rocchio slammed the ball to deep right his first time up, but it was caught by Lee. Rocchio, when batting 9th this year, has hit .271. Covers 70 games. The first 2 years for Stephen Vogt as manager went pretty well in terms of overall health. Ball second. There's 1 and 2. Double play ball ends the 5th, and it remains 1-0 San Francisco. Cleveland Guardians baseball is brought to you by Levin Furniture and Mattress. Lazy Boy recliners starting at $395 at Levin. Colin Holderman, Sean Armstrong, Stephen Vogt, all spending some time at Gigi's Playhouse earlier today. They do great work with for kids with Down syndrome. And always good to see the boys getting out in the community, giving back, as they say. Rafael Devers leads off for the Giants, and there is a first pitch strike. He doubled to lead off the fourth and scored the only run of this game. "13 straight first pitch strikes."
Yeah, he's
Parker Messick.
And that's why they get aggressive early, because he proves he can throw that fastball in there for strikes, and you do not want to get behind him because he's got weapons to put you away. 7 strikeouts, hasn't walked anybody tonight.
And he just made quick work of Rafael Devers. 8th strikeout for Messick.
I mean, he just keeps coming at you. That's a nice pitch out of the strike zone. You get ahead and it looks like a strike. By the time he got done swinging, it was not, but he puts him away.
Willie Adames, 1 out of 2. Barreled that one up into center field. It goes. And the Giants have just their 5th hit of the night.
Adames gets his 2nd.
And a word now from Levin Furniture and Mattress.
Sink into unbeatable comfort with Lazy Boy recliners, starting at just $395. For an incredible selection of Lazy Boy, shop Levin.
Bryce Eldridge 0 for 2. That over toward the on-deck circle.
Send out birthday wishes to Marilyn Wash of Boardman, turning 90 today. Happy birthday to you. And also Nancy Marzulli, turning 50 today. Nancy, happy birthday to you.
Out of play, left side. Bryce Eldridge, one of the real bright spots for the Giants this year in an otherwise dim season. 3 homers in his last 6 games. I think the most encouraging sign for the Giants is that not only do you have a big slugger that you can kind of maybe bill as the cornerstone of the franchise going forward. He hits lefties too. He's a left-handed hitter, but he's not a guy that has a weak spot there.
Well, the only way you learn is you got to play against him.
He's at 273 for the year against left-handed pitching, more than respectable. Got it by him. Another strikeout for Parker Messick. That's number 9.
Well, they've been vulnerable up in the top part of the zone, both right-handed and left-handed hitters. He's been able to elevate the fastball, and they're swinging at it. So they're swinging at balls. They're getting themselves out. That's why when he gets the 2 strikes, he's dangerous. You know, you may be sitting on that off-speed pitch. He doesn't have to throw as many tonight. The reason they're swinging at the fastball high.
Henao is on high alert at third. Barry Cotto stole a hit and kept the Giants in the lead with his great play against Henao. ended the home half of the 4th inning. Barry Cotto, his hit between 3rd and short, produced the only run of this game in the 4th inning. Now he bangs one to the shortstop, Brian Rocchio, and he'll throw him out. Now Parker Messick has been outstanding once again. He's given up 1 run, hasn't walked a batter, has struck out 9, but he's trailing 1-0. Feels like a big inning right here for Cleveland. Bottom of the 6th, they're down a run. They have just 4 hits on the night, and Stephen Kwan leading it off as 0 for 2. Kwan in his last 45 games has a .443 on base percentage. The Giants have kept him off the bases so far. Last time up, he hit a line drive off Adrian Hauser, but it was right at the 3rd baseman, Christian Koss. Thinking about a bunt, probably not a bad idea if you figure you can get one down. Anything to jumpstart the offense. They had a leadoff single in the 2nd inning. Angel Martinez had the hit, stole second, but they never moved him.
Yeah, they have 4 hits, but left 3 on base.
Back out of play. On a routine bouncer to second. 1 away.
So the Guards will take on the Royals Friday, August 28th, 7:10. All fans can enjoy $1 dogs, $2 Miller Lite fireworks to follow as well. It's also Free Shirt Friday. 10,000 fans will take home a throwback 70s t-shirt. Go to CLEGuardians.com.
Well, Adrian Hauser, who had started 15 games this year for San Francisco, making his 10th appearance as a reliever. He came on in the 3rd inning. He's given up 3 hits, but has not walked a batter, has struck out 2.
Yeah, he's been very aggressive. He's been good. He has good stuff.
Out of his first 45 pitches, 30 of them were strikes. Another hard hit ball that's caught by Barry Cotto.
Those are called the old Atom balls, boy. You hit them well and it's right at somebody.
But you don't get the feeling that this is just plum luck for Adrian Hauser, Arch, because back on August 12th, which is just 1 week ago, he started in Houston, and you know what that bandbox can be like.
Yes.
And pitched 6 scoreless innings, giving up just 2 hits to the Astros. So
he has great stuff.
There's something here.
But you know what? When you have at-bats like here, like Hanau had, and Ramirez hits right, there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, you did a good job. You hit the ball line drive and just at somebody. You got to generate maybe a little more guys on base and try to get them on. They haven't been able to do it yet.
Nathaniel Lowe fouls it back out of play. Lowe 0 for 2.
That's what you start saying. Hey, quit hitting them so hard. You got to hit them where they ain't.
And no walks. That's
yes, that's the key. No free passes.
Last night the Giants walked 2 batters and both scored. That was Stephen Kwan. He threw 2 walks and he scored twice. There was one other walk, but that was later in the game when the game was already decided.
That's how this game's going. No, there hasn't been a walk in the game. And there's been 9 hits, but it's a 1-0 ball game. And it had to come up with a 2-out RBI.
Bazana had a big 2-out double that chased Angel Martinez all the way to third, but then Henao got robbed on the next.
And he hit it too hard down there.
The 1-2. Low. Backs away. It was close, but just in off the plate. 2-2. Ran the 2-seamer away, and now a full count for Lowe. Payoff pitch, and that's low, ball 4.
Well, speaking of walks, there's the first one.
Man, Angel Martinez, who is 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. He came right back after he threw him a fastball down the middle in his first on the first pitch. He came right back and did it again, and it's 0-2. Usually you don't see 2 pitches that good in a row. Center field, and Jonah Cox stays with it to retire the side. 6 complete. San Francisco 1, Cleveland 0.
Hurry.
Well, the final Kids Fun Day of the season will be Sunday, August 30th, and all kids can run the bases after the ball game thanks to Cleveland Clinic Children's. Go to CLEGuardians.com and get your tickets.
Jung-Hoo Lee leads off for San Francisco here in the 7th inning. Doubled to left his first time up. He entered the night 9th in the National League in batting average, hitting .292. And that's despite the fact that in his last 11 games, he's just 8 for 46, so he's kind of hit the skids.
Yeah, he got on a hot spell this year. And you know, like good hitters, when they get it rolling, they can have a good 2-3 weeks, even a good month.
Lee's a guy, Arch, that likes to swing the bat. Doesn't walk a lot, but he doesn't strike out either. 46 strikeouts in 464 plate appearances.
He uses the whole field, and just watch how he stands up there straight and waits, and then attacks the ball and hits it hard.
2-hit night for Lee.
I mean, watch this from the side. See that foot? It's back, and watch how he stays behind the ball, and that bat just gets through the hitting area. Great extension, and he gets good velocity off the bat. Got it through the field, the infield in a hurry.
129 hits on the year for Lee. Oslavis Basabe 0 for 2. We're gonna miss. Hunter Gaddis getting loose. Parker just over 90 pitches on the night.
That has been Parker all year long. Between 90 and 100 pitches. You know, when he's on his target like he has been tonight, hasn't walked anybody, 9 strikeouts. He's into the 7th inning. very consistent. What a terrific year he has had to this point.
You know, it sounds cliche because we've heard it so many times. In baseball, taking it one day at a time, not really putting too much stock into down the road, not looking back over your shoulder. But Parker really believes that's why he's been successful. He said, if I think too far ahead, then things starts to unravel. If you're living on past starts, well, then you're not going to be ready for what's right in front of you. So literally, it's just one start at a time. But I go back to what Voter and Carl Willis have both emphasized. It's what he does between starts. You know, he's not sitting back with his feet up on the table.
Right. Saying, okay, I got this crew or this team the next start. You have to do that. I mean, good starting pitcher. It's a dream job if you can do it. But you better be ready. Every fifth day is your day, and you got to go out there and prove that you can do it. And boy, he has certainly done so.
Swing and a miss. He went up the ladder and pumped the fastball by Cavanaugh.
Yeah, they have been suckers for that pitch today. Parker also getting 8 outs on 3 pitches or less. That certainly helps when you have as many strikeouts as he does.
The 1-2. He fouls that one back. Parker trying to get a 2-for-1 ball here off the bat of Cavanaugh. He'll settle for a strikeout, his 10th of the night. And there are 2 down in the 7th inning. And that's going to do it. Look at Parker kind of wryly smiling and sort of shaking his head as he saw a vote coming out of the dugout, out of the corner of his eye. He did not want to have to come out of this game. He's pitched well again, but nothing to show for it.
Exactly.
He's on the wrong end of a 1-0 score.
And in his own mind, he's probably thinking, just give me one more out and give my offense a chance to get me a run or 2. But just another start, and this is his 8th straight start where he's given up less than 2 earned runs in first start.
Tell you about Hunter Gaddis when we come back. Cleveland Clinic call to the bullpen made for Hunter Gaddis. He's on for the 49th time this year and faces Christian Koss with 2 down and a runner at first base. Hey, what? He almost picked him off. That was pretty close.
You don't see him turn that quick and make a throw to first base. They figure they're running, so they want to pay attention to him.
Parker Messick had handled Christian Koss twice tonight, struck him out, grounded him out.
He handled everybody. As a matter of fact, 26 batters faced. He had 17 0-2, 1-2 counts, and he did not have a 2-0 count. Man alive. That's tough for him.
No balls, 2 strikes. Could not get him to chase there. Runner goes, swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll end the inning. Stretch time in Cleveland. Giants 1, Guardians nothing. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Cleveland Guardians and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Cleveland Guardians. Well, Parker Messick, another tough day at the office. He did his job, 6 2/3 innings. 1 run allowed, didn't walk anybody, struck out 10. But the Guardians have not scored. They have just 4 hits, and there is out number 1 in the 7th.
Well, here's the big man. Eldridge makes the backhand and the flip to first to get that leadoff man out. Hauser still out there, still throwing well.
Angel Henao 0 for 2 has grounded out and lined out to left. Hard to believe that was the last time he came to bat, was that sharp line drive out to left field at the end of the 4th inning. Seems like a long time ago.
No, it's not, because this game is moving along.
The Giants dumped a bucket of cold water on what was a really good story and intriguing pitching matchup with Parker Messick and Tugboat Wilkinson, and they pulled the plug on Wilkinson after 2 innings, using him essentially as an opener for Adrian Hauser. Hauser has pitched exceptionally well here tonight, but the story that we were all hoping to see was how would Tugboat Wilkinson fare in his major league debut. We only got to see him for 2 innings. 7 batters. Payoff pitch. And out with a banger. Oh, a diving stop by Basabe. Can't find the handle once again. 2nd time tonight. He's been able to get to a ball going to his left, but it didn't stick in his glove. And he is really frustrated. And out with his first hit of the night.
Well, he should be. This one went in his glove. He had a chance to get it, and he's trying to rush it. Up there, and then the transfer, he just flipped it into the hand. He couldn't get it, but there you go. There's your 1-out base hit. They catch a break. Yeah, he's upset.
Petey Halpin 0 for 2. That was a violent swing at 97-mile-an-hour fastball. He was trying to launch one and put it on top.
That's a little too big of a swing. You need base hits here. You got to find the gap.
These two teams, when it comes to offensive struggles, are very similar. The Giants coming in had lost 11 of their last 16 games. In those 16 games, they are averaging 3 runs per game. And Cleveland's last 13 games, in which they've lost 9, in those 9 losses, They're averaging 3 runs per game.
Yeah, it's a tough way to win a game. "59 games, 3 runs or less coming into this one."
Last night, Joe Adell launched a 3-run homer in the first. He knocked in 6 runs in the first 4 innings. But he fouled that ball off of his left knee, and it got worse as the game went on. That's why he left the game last night. Listed as day-to-day. They had him checked out before the game today, hoping that that's not something that keeps him out long, because that's an important bat missing from the lineup here tonight. But you can't put it all on one guy.
Right. I mean, he finally had an exceptional night right there, and you wanted to see him in it with another left-hander going tonight.
Right at, oh, it's kicked. Adames could not come up with it, and the Guardians catch a break. Now can they capitalize?
Yeah, that ball ate up.
Went right through him.
He laid back a little bit. Now he hasn't played in about a week, but you can see he comes up and he laid back on that ball instead of coming up and, you know, attacking it. Sort of let it play him. Sort of flat-footed. He wanted to keep it in front of him, but he did not. So now there is your break.
Giants only have 1 lefty in the bullpen, and it's former Cleveland southpaw Sam Henches who's getting hot. And while they talk it over, we'll pause for these messages.
In the market for furniture? Check out Wayside Furniture's massive selection across their 3-building campus in Akron.
And so now Brian Rocchio to the plate. Rocchio trying to deliver with 2 outs. Potential to tie the game. Angel Henao runs well. He's at second. Rocchio lined one out to right field. It was caught by Lee in the right center field gap back in the 3rd inning. Backed into an inning-ending double play in the 5th. And that's outside, 2-0.
47 unearned runs this Giants team has allowed. That's their 82nd error. This is one you really want to take advantage of now.
Last batter of the night for Hauser with Kwan on deck.
You had caught a break and not going to be able to take advantage of it.
Pops it up right to the pitchers now. 2 left for Cleveland. We go to the 8th. 1-0 Giants.
We're close to done.
Now here's a look at our progressive defensive play of the game. Parker Messick. What more can you say? The guy has just gone out and continued to pitch incredible baseball, but just can't get any support.
Yeah, he's shut out in his last start, and he comes back here, and I mean, he's dazzling. And mentioned 26 batters faced, 17 counts, 0-2, 1-2. Most strikeouts by a rookie. He is climbing the ladder. What a year he is having.
In the last 50 years, Parker Messick, C.C. Sabathia, Corey Kluber, and Mike Clevenger are the only Cleveland pitchers to go 8 consecutive starts with 2 or fewer runs allowed.
Right. Yeah, let's call that consistency. He has been like he's a true veteran. But offensively, they haven't been able to help him out.
Eric Sabrowski on the pitch. Jonah Cox 0 for 3 has struck out all 3 times tonight against Messick. lefty Eric Sabrowski thought he had a strikeout, but
looked like
base umpire Steven Jashinsky says he held up.
Yeah, he might have caught a break right here. It looked like he did from behind him, but we could be wrong too. That was a side look.
Yeah, I think he held up.
I do too.
A challenge coming from Austin Hedges. ABS powered by T-Mobile.
Should be a
and
strike.
he may have caught a break the last time, but not this time.
Yeah, don't ask the ump. Challenge. It was. That worked.
You just keep appealing, Arch. If they don't answer the door, you go to the next one.
You got to go to the next door, pound on that one, and someone will answer. You can find somebody that'll call it.
Here is Rafael Devers, 1 for 3. Doubled and scored the only run of the game in the fourth. Petey helping the center fielder. 2 down. By the way, Jordan Baker was the home plate umpire last night, and he had to leave in the middle of the game. And it was reported afterwards, or it was revealed to us by Major League Baseball, that he's basically in concussion protocol. They're going to keep a close eye on him. So Brock Ballou was brought in tonight to take his place in the umpire rotation. So he's down at third base tonight, filling in for Jordan Baker. And we send our best wishes to Jordan. Hope he's back on his feet and umpiring very soon. Willie Adames has 2 hits on the night. A bit outside. Big swing. Adames chased the slider. 2-1. Two and 2. Sam Hentges was up and ready in the San Francisco bullpen. He may be coming on to start the inning. They've got a big right-hander, Dylan Smith, getting loose. He just started heating up. Line to left, sinking and bounced in front of Stephen Kwan. Just couldn't get to it. And had a little top spin, and it's a 3-hit night for Willie Adames.
It sure did. It went down in a hurry. Kwani was originally thinking he might be able to catch that ball, but when you see the top spin come in, he had to put on the brakes. You don't want it to get by you. He thought he had a chance, but he realized, I can't catch it. There's too much topspin on that ball, and he did a nice job just to catch it.
Sabrowski, very sharp tonight. 11 pitches, 8 strikes. In the dirt. Eldridge, watch that slider dance over the plate. 1 and 2. I was going to say, if he throws that pitch again, he wants to make sure it's down. That previous one was too good a pitch, and Eldridge was kind of kicking himself he wasn't ready for it. That time he buried it in the dirt, ensuring that had he chased after it, he couldn't have hit it. Now the 2-2 runner goes, and a slider and a really good one. Enough tilt and enough spin that Eldridge strikes out. Middle of the 8th, 1-0 Giants.
Guardians fans, you can vote for the spicy Thai fries. Fill in your ballpark bites bracket today for a chance to win tickets to try these bites at the ballpark. Vote MLB.com/bracket.
For the Guardians, Stephen Kwan leading it off, and after all that, we see the Giants sticking with Adrian Hauser, at least for now. Perhaps they were going to go to Sam Hentges for one out if they needed it when Stephen Kwan, should he have come to bat last inning.
That's what I'm thinking. They didn't want Ramirez to go to the right side.
Ball 4. How do you like them apples? They stick with Hauser, and he walks the leadoff man to start the 8th, and that may have forced Tony Vitello's hand right there. It's only the second walk issued by Hauser, and the first one came with 2 outs in the 6th inning. But this time, you walk the leadoff man. I don't know what the numbers are, but you walk the leadoff man, and your chances of scoring go way, way up.
Yeah, especially late in the ball game too, and you're going to go through the, you're at the top part of the lineup.
Dylan Smith coming on when we come back.
At Ace,
1-0 Giants, and here in the bottom of the 8th inning, Guardians have their leadoff man aboard, and Jose Ramirez is coming up for Cleveland. Dylan Smith is on for the Giants, 28th time this year, and a ERA of 2.96 in just 24 innings of work, but he has walked a dozen. Jose 0 for 3, and then Nathaniel Lowe waiting on deck. As I said earlier, the Giants, unlike every other team I feel like we played this year, they don't have a bunch of left-handers to match up against this Cleveland lineup. They have one, Sam Hentges. He warmed up and he is set down. So they're going to go with their righties, or so it would appear. Jose watches one bounce in there, and down to second goes Kwan with the tying run on a wild pitch.
Wow, that's what you're looking for. You're coming out as a base runner. You're looking for anything into the dirt to go. Kwan didn't hesitate. They're setting it up for him. The walk, now a wild pitch. That's a tying run at second. Go ahead, run at the dish. Nobody out.
Well, guess who just got back up in the San Francisco bullpen?
All righty.
The only lefty they have. Bet365 scores from around the league. 1-1 pitch to Ramirez. Yank foul. White Sox shut out the Cubs. They get a win in Wrigley. Tigers got walked off by the Pirates. Kenley Jansen gave up, was it back-to-back homers in the night?
Well, they tied it.
Give up 2 home runs.
Yes, he did.
Twins had another win against the Braves. Central Division is jammed together. Swing and a miss by Jose. He strikes out. 1 down. He goes back shaking his head. And here comes Nathaniel Lowe, and Tony Vitello is going to stay with Dylan Smith. He's going to challenge. Lowe didn't like the call.
Challenge to the pitch.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. It's close. It's on the corner, and it's unfortunately a strike.
The pitch is a strike. Cleveland has 1 challenge remaining.
Good call by Stu Sherwater. Stephen Kwan grew up in the Bay Area. He'd love nothing more than trying to get home with the tying run against these Giants. The 1-1. Yank foul, hit it hard. The 1-2, and that's back out of play. Lowe 0 for 2. Walked back in the 6th inning trying to get a mistake. And he is out looking.
Back to back.
Not looking for a fastball, and he just froze him with it.
You're looking right at the knees. He's sitting down and away, and that's an excellent pitch. It had plenty of plate, but a good low dart down in the zone.
So with 2 down, Angel Martinez to the plate. He is 2 for 3 on the night. You knew he was going to be aggressive if it was close, and it was right there, 95, but it was maybe just above.
Well, yeah, that's
comfort zone.
If he can get it down a little bit, he's a better low ball hitter than he is upstairs. But you get that fastball, you see it better up there.
It's a ball and 2 strikes on Martinez.
Boy, Smith has come out and done a nice job, even though he did bounce his first pitch. 9 of his 12 pitches have been strikes.
Angel looking for his 3rd hit of the game. He has at least 1 hit in 10 of his last 12. Including a double last night in the series opener. He pulls that foul into the San Francisco dugout. Giants outfield very shallow. Out, and that'll end the inning. So 8 complete, and it's still 1-0 San Francisco.
Well, the Guardians will face the Royals Saturday, August 29th. That's a 4 o'clock game, and 15,000 fans will receive a throwback 1936 Bob Feller jersey commemorating 90 years since his debut. Courtesy of Franklin University. You can get your tickets at CLEGuardians.com.
Well, Cade Smith will come on to get some work and try to keep this a 1-0 game. This is only the second time that Cade Smith has pitched on the homestand. And the other time he threw 2 pitches.
That was what, Sunday? Yeah.
Yep. Fastball in there. The American League reliever of the month back in May when he gave up his 2 runs, had a 1.32 ERA, 13 in saved situations. Named to his first All-Star game, pitched a scoreless inning in the Midsummer Classic, and he strikes out the leadoff man here in the 9th.
I mean, he just overmatched this kid here. Just that fastball at 100 went by him, and he did not have a chance. That was Gilbert who pinch hit.
Jung-Hoo Lee, 2 hits, including a double. And that's in for a strike. Despite having almost no opportunities of late, Cade Smith still second in the American League with 31 saves. On play. And Lee's out looking. 2 down. Back-to-back strikeouts for the Cade Crusader.
Yeah, that one right there, he's just rearing back and letting it fly, man. Good old-fashioned hardball right there, 101.
Oslavis Basabe bats 0 for 3 on the night. And he looks at a breaking ball on the outside corner for strike 1.
That should be illegal. You're not allowed to throw breaking balls for strikes when you can throw 100.
And that's what happens. You're geared up for 101. Yep. And all of a sudden you start and it's not 101 and you can't stop.
He's had a tough night.
Right field. Martinez makes the catch. And the Giants go 1-2-3. Last chance for the Guardians coming up. Down 1. Our Chevy drive of the game came back in the Guardians half of the 4th inning. They already trailed at 1-0 at that point. And Bazana's double sent Angel Martinez all the way to 3rd with 2 down. But the next man up, Angel Henao, hit a line drive to left. And that's the play of the game for the Giants because it kept them in front 1-0. That play was made by Victor Barricotto, and Barricotto was just lifted for a pinch hitter, so he's no longer in the game. Drew Gilbert is now in left for the Giants. But the irony is his play is the only reason the Giants still have the lead.
That was yes, at that point in time it was a terrific play.
Bazana, then Henao, and Petey Halpin due up 3rd.
The catcher's challenge the pitch.
ABS powered by T-Mobile.
He thought so, and it was.
San Francisco's 2 challenges
right on the corner.
A well-timed challenge flips the count for Dylan Smith, who retired all 3 batters that he faced in the 8th, struck out all 3 of them. Right back up the middle, the shortstop Adames perfectly placed. 1 down. This is the play of the game. Second and third, 2 down, liner to left. If that gets down, Guardians have the lead. Yeah. But Barry Cotto, he was playing shallow, or I should say fairly shallow. You know, if he's playing deep, he doesn't get to that ball.
Right.
I'll give the Giants credit. They play more on the shallow side. Maybe they're used to Pac-Bell being, or not Pac-Bell, but AT&T being a bigger park.
Well, you know, you get into this like with a one-run game, you don't want to double. You know, you think you would play a little deeper, but they're having
another challenge.
Well, they got 2.
Kavanaugh's saying, "Well, I'm hot. Let me look, rolling dice again. Give me those dice." Look at that. He missed by.
San Francisco has 1 challenge remaining.
I mean, he missed by less than the width of a credit card.
Yep.
And that's good for Henao. 2-0 the count. He rips it into right field.
So you think he wasn't waiting for a fastball?
And he didn't miss it.
That's the beautiful thing about this kid. When he's sitting on a fastball, he's sitting on a heater, he hits it, and this is what you do. 2-0. He got one down and in at 97, and I mean laced it. That's a beautiful swing, and that's how you do it right there. So there's your tying run aboard. His second hit.
Haven't seen much of this aspect of his game. He has 1 steal, only 1 attempt. This is one of those situations where if you knew you could steal a base, this is where you would want to see a guy steal a base.
Well, you got to see the move too. He gets rid of it pretty quick. He is not. He's not slow to the plate. You're going to have to get a really good jump. At bat too, helping. I think saw 3 pitches, and he was down, and he's swinging at everything now. Big swings.
Struck him out on 3 pitches, 2 down in the 9th. We'll get a pinch hitter. And for the Guardians, it'll be Patrick Bailey, the former Giant. 4th strikeout for Dylan Smith. Bailey came to Cleveland in exchange for Matt Wilkinson, who started this game for San Francisco in his major league debut, but they only let him pitch 2 innings. This also tells me that either they're just not comfortable pinch hitting Chase DeLauder right here, or if there's just like they just want to give him tonight and then hopefully get him back in there tomorrow. We saw him take batting practice before the game. He looked good in the cage. He was launching balls out there into the cheap seats. But normally in this situation, he'd be the, I mean,
sure,
who else would you rather have here?
No, he would be your guy.
DeLauder dealing with a little bit of hamstring tightness. Both he and Joe Adell are hoping to avoid an injury-less situation. Guardians did put Rhys Hoskins on the IL prior to tonight's game, and David Fry now back with the big league club. 1-0 Giants. Last of the ninth with 2 down and 1-1 pitch missed inside.
Challenge.
Another challenge.
Catch a challenge pitch.
And the Giants will be out of challenges. ABS powered by T-Mobile.
The pitch is the ball. San Francisco exhausted all their challenges for the remainder of this game.
So you can see how teams are shifting their thought. Hey, let's save the challenges, and then they just use the heck out of them in the last inning.
Well, why not? I mean, as close as that was, that could have made a big difference. It would have flipped it.
Two and two. Patrick Bailey had his opportunity, and the count flipped back in his favor. Had his fastball in the strike zone, but fouled it back. Now the 2-2. Tony Vitello's club 1 strike away from a series evening victory. So the Giants win it 1-0 is the final score. Guardians are shut out on 6 hits tonight, as San Francisco gets great work from their bullpen. Dylan Smith with 2 scoreless innings of relief after Adrian Hauser came on in relief of Tugboat Wilkinson. Tugboat essentially acting as an opener. Hauser went 5 scoreless, and the Giants shut out Cleveland to even this series at a game apiece as the Guardians' offensive woes continue. Guardians fall to 61-66. San Francisco is 52-74. Parker Messick falls to 9-8 on the year. 6 2/3 innings of work, allowed 1 run on 5 hits, did not walk a batter, struck out 10. He leads All-American League rookies in innings pitched, in strikeouts, in starts. He's got a top 3 ERA in the American League, regardless of rookies. I mean, he can't do any more than he's done.
No, and his last start in Detroit, 3-0 ball game. They couldn't score for him there. He only gave up 2 runs, gives up 1 this time, and they still haven't been able to score for him. That's the 12th time now the Guardians have been shut out on the year, and it's been 3 times in the last week.
Yeah, sadly, things are slipping away quickly for this bunch here in Cleveland. Series finale is tomorrow afternoon. Time now for Guardians postgame. Al Pulaski and Chris Jimenez will take you home from here. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock for the series finale.